Hello, and welcome to another Kitchen Talk. I haven't done it in a while, one of these videos, in a while, and so I've been busy. But I wanted to come to you today because there has been something on my heart, and it's about struggle. Everyday struggle or life struggles. When you just have one of those days where just everything seems to be a struggle, or it just seems that nothing is clicking in your atmosphere, in your auric field, everything around you, there's something happening, or you've had one of those days where it's an accident prone day. This is what I'm talking about struggle. Believe it or not, it is connected to the spiritual part of your life. And the connection has to do with universal laws. The universal law for struggle, there's several, but I just want to pinpoint on this one. This one has to do with the law of attraction and repelling. So the way this law works, one, it's not biased. It doesn't care what you think or feel in the sense of once you receive your results. It does care what you think or feel when you seed out and put this law into action. I don't know if you've heard this. I'm sure many of you have. Thoughts are things. And when you think something, then you are projecting it out into your universe to command it to manifest forth into this realm. So you're thinking it in the mental realm, but you're commanding it to manifest itself at some eventual time into this realm. Now, it doesn't mean that everything you think is going to manifest. It does mean that every thought that we've all had, the mental realm is full of it, okay? We are creating and birthing babies, creative babies, all day long, every day. Now, some of them may dissipate, but the ones that stick are the ones that not only carry your thought vibration, but they also carry your feeling vibration and your vocal vibration. So that is what helps manifest things on a tangible basis into this realm. Tangible means solid material, that type of thing. So when you when I say seed out, what I'm talking about is what you have placed into this universe, into your sphere, your auric sphere. And what you're placing into your auric sphere has a lot to do with what you receive as you deal with your daily life. So when you speak something, words are spellings. That's why they call it spelling. So when you speak something, you're speaking it into existence. Evidence behind this can be found in religious beliefs. I'll take the one that I was introduced to as I was growing up, and that would be the Christian belief. And in the main Christian book called the Bible, where the words God spoke it into being, and in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and God spoke, and creation began. I don't do verbatim, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. And if this does not, if you don't, if what I'm saying is not word for word, just go along with me here for the message, okay? So when you speak, you're like that which creates, okay? Be that the Christian God, the Buddha God, the whatever God it is, or whatever belief you believe. When you speak, you spell. When you spell, you put things into motion. To break it down, when we speak, we have a vibrational, we have a vocal level. My vocal cords are not the same as your vocal cords. But we have a frequency in our speaking tone that gives an idea of what should be, or what will be, or what is going to be when you speak. Words form into sound, okay? So when we speak, we make sound, and we make sound with specific words. That sound combined with the word spells out a frequency. It spells a frequency. That's why I call it spelling. In that frequency, if you then put an emotion behind that frequency, you now are bringing more power into that vibration, okay? And you're now saying, okay, I have emotion. There's force behind what I have just vibrated out, spoken out, sounded out, seeded out. All of them are one and the same, okay? And once you do that, if you then put thought into play, which would be your first element in this whole recipe, would be thought, because we first think something, then we feel it, and then we fill it with a passion enough to speak it. So all three of these elements are playing together to form the recipe that makes up the universal law of attraction. But it also makes up the universal law of repelling. This reality, usually when things happen, you notice that they happen in threes. But also this reality is a dual reality. So when something is happening in your life, trust and believe that on a parallel universe of you, there is something opposite happening in that universe. If your day is struggling, you're going around struggling, and it's just one of those hectic days. We all have them. I'm not excluded. When that happens, there is something going along. There's something going on in a parallel universe that is the duplicate of you. Okay? And it's not necessarily that duplicate is having a rough day. And it doesn't mean that when you're having a good day, the duplicate is having a rough day. No, that's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at duality here. If you speak something and you spell something and you put emotion and you have the thought of it behind all of this vibration that you're seeding out, odds are whatever it is, be it positive or negative, it's going to work under one of these two laws. The two universal laws of attraction or repelling. So I'm bringing this to you today so that you will start thinking about the words that you speak into your life. When you speak the negative, which is most of what we do, we speak mostly negative instead of speaking an uplifting, divine, vibrational word to ourselves. We pretty much speak the opposite. Okay, not necessarily noticing that we're taking from ourselves, we're repelling that which we desire. We seed out more negative than we do positive. So if I can get you to think about this message today, I guess the one takeaway I would like for you to have is, let's start thinking about how we are repelling things in our lives. When we have a stressful day, what did we seed out to bring that to us? Not saying that all of what we experience in a day is something that we seeded out. There are other forces at play here. But let's start with the basics. Let's start with 1 and 1 is 2. Let's start with you. Let's start with me. And let's start with, what do we do when we seed out things? They always come back. It is a universal law. They will return the way you have seeded them out. The important thing to remember is to seed out as much positive as you can. And if you find yourself seeding something out negative, like putting yourself down, like saying, oh, you're a dummy, or that was stupid, or she just doesn't look good in that dress, anything like that, or he doesn't even know what he's doing. Something like that will only bring back seeds to you. You have projected it out maybe to someone else or even to yourself. That seed that you have seeded out, and during the vibration, the tone of your voice, the feeling, and the thoughts behind it, okay, it will bring back to you the very seed that you seeded out. So I practice this a lot with myself, and I now bring it to you as something that is a consistent thing that I consciously try to always keep aware of. No one's perfect, but I do try to keep aware of it. And if I find that I have done something that really I know is going to cause me grief, I then try to turn that around immediately. I try to fix it immediately, so that whatever I've seeded out, I can back it up again with something positive, so that when that seed returns, it's still going to return, whether you try to erase it or not. You've seeded it out, and you've seeded it out with a passion, okay? But what you can do is use that same passion, that same power, to seed a positive right after it, so that it balances itself out. So I hope that you have followed this today. This is something that has been pressing on my heart to bring to you. And when I get more, I will definitely give you more. But this is something that I felt that someone or many others may be interested in knowing, because they're going through some things right now. And, well, the struggle is real. It is real. So try to use your power, which you do have, to benefit you instead of going against you. I hope this has helped. And if this message does not resonate with you, then take whatever does out of the message and leave the rest. I leave that with you. Grace and peace. Until next time.